Myself, I am Vijay Kumar, working as an assistant professor in IT department, JB Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today, I am giving one lecture about the how can we connect the database with MySQL. For database purpose, the simple database I consider here is an MySQL only. How the MySQL is connected with the Python means whatever we have to do within the Python that should be affected within the MySQL only. How it will be done? That we are demonstrating today class here. For that purpose, we require the three different type of softwares. What are the softwares are required here is one is an MySQL is one software. This is an freeware. We can easily download from the website, and easily installation is also easy. And one more is an Python IDLE. Python ideally is one software. Better to consider the 3.7 above version. And one more software is MySQL connector. MySQL connector is an one more software is required to establish the link in between the MySQL with Python. These three are the softwares are required. And after installation of these three software means MySQL as well as the MySQL connector and Python ideally, after installing all these three software within the system, we required to follow the four different type of steps. The first step is how can we connect the database with Python is the first is we need to check whether our database is installed or not. For that purpose, we use if we need to import the MySQL.connector, import space MySQL.connector. If your software is installed successfully, we are not getting any error message. Otherwise, we are getting the error message. Again, we go back and check all the softwares are installed properly or not, we can be checked. And next, second step is we need to create the one connection object, and third one as we need to create one cursor object, and fourth one is we are executing the query. Okay, these steps we should be followed that we are discussing here only. And this is an block diagram demonstration purpose. We are using this is an block diagram here. First, we are from the Python ideally we are sending the request connection. We are sending the connection request to the MySQL. Within that, we are using the MySQL.connector method. If you are using the MySQL.connector method, then that request will be sent from MySQL connector to MySQL database. And MySQL database is accepting that request and give the reply to the connector reply to the MySQL ideally. And that is an third one. And fourth one, with using the cursor function, we are sending the connection request to the MySQL, and that the cursor function is useful to executing the query within the Python environment only. And with the help of this cursor object only, we are executing the query. Execute is an function. Within the execute function only, we should be written the queries here. Any MySQL query like as an create database, or else the show databases, create table, insertion, any query we should be written within the execute function only. After that, the resultant data will be getting from the MySQL to this Python IDLE. Okay, this is an black diagrammatical representation about the how we can connect the MySQL with Python here. Okay, we are discussing the step-by-step process. The first step is how can we create the connection object. Okay, for that purpose, here we are using the connect is one function we are using. Connect function is used to establish the connection in between the MySQL with Python. The connect function is having the four different type of parameter. The first parameter here is an host. The name of the parameter is mandated to return like this only. And here we should be written the name of the host. By default, the name of the host for MySQL is that is an local host only. Here we should be given the name of the host as an local host only. And next, username we should be given. The default username for the MySQL is it is an root only we should be given. Okay, root only we should be given for name of the user. And next, PASSWD, The password we need to enter, the default password for the MySQL is an, at the time of installation of MySQL, what password you should be choose, that password only you should be given. For example, here I am giving the password of MySQL is an 12345. The same password we need to given here. If in case, if you want to create table or else if you want to insert anything, the database is also mandated to select. Here we should be select the existing database name only. The database is existed here only. The database existed database only we should be given. These are the 4 different type of parameters are required to establish the connection in between the MySQL with Python here. Okay, and next here already I am saying these steps. I consider the one example. How can we connect here? The example is the first step is already I am saying this is an import MySQL.connector. We need to import here, and next creating the connection object. For the this is an name of the connection object. You should be given any name, just like as an variable name as an we should be given any name here. And next MySQL.connector.connect is an function. Host name I'm having here is an localhost, username as an root, and password I'm having here is an admin123 as an password to my MySQL system here. And next I want to check whether this connection is established or not. For that purpose, I just print the connection object here. If in case, if your connection is established successfully, we are getting this message. We are getting this message. It means MySQL.connector.connection, MySQL connection object at so and so address. Okay. Um, Here we demonstrate how can we execute the MySQL with the Python. For that purpose, already I am saying we require the 3 different type of softwares. One is an MySQL, and another one as an Python, ideally any version above the 3.7, and MySQL connector also we need to install here. And after installing, I should choose the password of the MySQL is an 12345, and here this is an environment. Whether here I can be written how can we establish the connection. First step is an import MySQL.connector. This is an first step. Based on this step only we can be check whether the connection MySQL connector is there or not. We can be check here. And next connection object equal to your as your wish. You should be given any name as an connection object. Connection object equal to MySQL.connector.connect. And here I should be given the host name as an local host. By default, all MySQL server is having the host name as an localhost only. Username also root only we are having. And at the time of installation of MySQL, I choose the password as an 12345. And if you are establish the connection in between the MySQL with Python, ideally it is required to use the character set also. Character set equal to UTF-8. At the time of installation of MySQL, it is asking a character set. At the time we can be choose as an UTF-8. We are having the different type of character set, Latin, RLC, UTF-8 or any other. But you better to choose the UTF-8 only at the time of installation of MySQL. And next I can be check whether my connection is established or not. And I can be check with the help of this one only. Go to run, and here just run the particular module. I save this one. The connection is established successfully. If you are making any mistakes, the connection is not established here. After establishing the connection, I just go to this environment and I remove this print statement, and I create the cursor object here. For creating the cursor object purpose, cursor object CUR equal to something, any name you should be given. Connection object name dot CON dot cursor. That's it. Cursor CUR cursor only within the parenthesis. That is an function with parenthesis is mandated to mention. And next, after creating the cursor object, the cursor object is useful to executing the query here. Just click on enter. CUR cursor object dot execute. We write the query here. Within the brackets, I written the simple query, that is an show space databases. The show database is an query which is helpful to how many databases I am having within the MySQL, that should be displayed here. Okay, just click on enter, and within this environment I want to print the list of database here. For that purpose I'm having the some n number of databases here. For printing purpose I'm using this simple loop here. For I in any variable in something cursor object name cur, everything will be stored here, the indentation, and enter. Here I want to print the list of databases here, that should be assigned to the I only. Print I here. After that, I save this one, Control S, and next go to run and run the particular module here. These are the list of databases I am having within the MySQL. Once we check whether we are having the same databases within the MySQL or not, we can be check here. And just show the databases, show space, databases, semicolon, click on semicolon, enter. The same databases we are having here and here. In here also I am having the information underscore schema, MySQL test. Here also I am having the information underscore schema and MySQL and test. The same databases we are having here. In place of this execute function, if you are executing any query of the MySQL, that should be affected within the MySQL software only. You can create the database, you can create the table, you can insert the values, you can write any query that should be affected with the MySQL also. Okay, this is an brief demonstration I am giving about the how can we connect the MySQL with Python. Thank you.